How it's made. Tissues. Ever wondered what happens to your old printer paper after you toss it in the recycling bin? Well, the journey might surprise you. Let's dive into the fascinating world of tissue production and explore how used computer printer paper gets transformed into the softest, most essential item in your home, the humble tissue. The process begins with massive half-ton bales of recycled paper, specifically used computer printer paper, due to its short, flexible fibers that produce exceptionally soft tissue. These bales are fed into a giant machine called a pulper, which uses a combination of mechanical and hydraulic forces to break down the paper into individual fibers. The pulper is typically a large, cylindrical tank with a powerful rotor that churns the paper and water mixture, creating a uniform pulp. Water is added to the pulper to create a consistent mixture, typically around 5 to 10% solids content, allowing the fibers to break down and separate. As the pulp is processed, it's injected with air, allowing the ink to detach from the fibers and cling to air bubbles that rise to the top and drain off, leaving the pulp ink-free. This process, known as de-inking, is crucial for producing high-quality tissue products. The air bubbles attach to the ink particles, allowing them to be skimmed off and removed, resulting in a pulp that's significantly cleaner and brighter. Next, the pulp passes through a series of rollers, similar to an old-fashioned wringer washing machine, to squeeze out the dirty water. These rollers apply pressure to the pulp, removing excess water and creating a more compact and uniform material. A screw conveyor then breaks up the pulp and moves it to a rinsing station, where clean water washes away any remaining impurities. This rinsing process helps to remove any residual ink, dirt, or other contaminants, ensuring the pulp is as clean as possible. Now, the pulp is ready to become tissue. The pulp is fed into a paper machine, where it's evenly distributed across a screen conveyor belt. As it passes through rollers, excess water is pressed out, and the pulp begins to take shape. The rollers apply pressure and heat to the pulp, causing the fibers to bond together and form a strong yet soft paper sheet. Hot air dryers finish the job, transforming the pulp into a thin, 10-foot wide sheet of paper. Each roll coming off the machine contains approximately 37 miles of paper, highlighting the massive scale of tissue production. The paper then enters the converting machine, a massive contraption that transforms the paper into tissues. 2 rolls of paper are unwound and mated together, creating a 2-ply sheet. The paper is held steady with suction as a knife slices across it every 8.5 inches, creating individual tissue sheets. The cutting process is precise and high speed, allowing for thousands of tissues to be produced every minute. These sheets are then folded in half in an interlocking fashion, with each sheet inserted into the fold of the next. This process, known as interfolding, allows for easy dispensing of tissues and helps to prevent them from getting stuck together. The interfolding process happens at an incredible 16 folds per second, producing a massive stack of folded tissue. The stack is then separated into smaller ones, each containing the precise number of tissues the tissue box will hold, ranging from 80 to 250 sheets. The smaller stacks travel to the next station, where an automated circular saw cuts every 8 inches, producing the final tissue size. The saw is precisely calibrated to ensure accurate cuts and minimize waste. The interlocking folds ensure that when you pull out one tissue, it draws the next one out of the box, ready to use. Finally, the finished tissues travel by conveyor belt to the automated packaging line. A robot with suction-cupped arms grabs flattened boxes, opens them, and lines them up on another conveyor belt. An automated arm compresses the tissues and slides them into the box, which is then sealed and prepared for distribution. The boxes are then labeled and packaged onto pallets, ready to be shipped to stores and eventually find their way into your home. The result is a box of soft recycled tissues, made from what was once old printer paper. The entire process, from pulp to package, is a testament to modern manufacturing's ability to transform waste into something useful and essential. Tissues are incredibly versatile and serve a multitude of purposes in our daily lives. The most common uses include blowing noses during cold and flu season, wiping away tears from sadness, allergies, or chopping onions, and cleaning up small spills and messes. They're also used for polishing delicate surfaces like glasses or jewelry, and in various craft projects like making flowers or decorations. Additionally, tissues can be used for dusting small areas, removing makeup, applying skincare products, and even wiping hands when soap and water aren't available. Whether for practical or creative purposes, tissues have become an essential product in many households. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Your input matters. Share your ideas for our next video in the comments, and we'll recognize your contribution. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of the fascinating stories behind everyday things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content. Thanks for watching, and if you want to learn more, click the next video right here.